So a lot of my design work as a project designer is actually outside of the tools like Figma or Sketch. And it has more to do with how I work in teams, preparing, and a lot of the different soft skills. So in today's video, I'll share 5 practical tips that has helped me out as a product designer and hopefully can help you out too. So the first thing is learning when to go fast and when to go deep. And what does this mean? This means basically when you're working as a product designer, there's going to be a lot of different timelines, deadlines, and you just don't have the luxury of time. So that means knowing when to kind of go and make the best design decision possible at the time, or wanting to go even deep diving into research or using a lot of the different critical thinking skills that you developed. So it's important here. You can't always go deep on everything. There's just not enough time, not enough resources. When you're working, it's always good to understand what the business terminology is. For example, if you're working in one industry, real estate, then know a little about the terminology inside real estate. If you're working in blockchain technology or, I don't know, like logistics, banking, I'm just naming industries that I've currently worked in or have worked in, and there's a lot of terminologies inside, abbreviations, acronyms, especially if English is not your native language. I understand how difficult that can be, but something I do is I keep a note and I keep a list of just some of the words that I hear often, and I try to find out the meaning of that word and really kind of have it next time or understand it a little bit more next time. So when you're in a meeting, as a product designer, context is key. So you need to know a lot about the business, the different products, to have good design solutions as a designer. So one thing, know the terminology, get that down really good, and continue learning terminology. So another thing that has helped me out as a product designer is just being prepared. Being prepared for meetings, being prepared for anyone asking about your design rationale. You want to have the existing data, or research to base that design decision on. A lot of the times you will get asked or you need to present, and it'll do two things. It'll make you a more confident designer in the solutioning, and also it'll save everyone else's time when you're explaining why you did a certain thing you did or the decisions you've made throughout the whole project. So being prepared in anything, facilitating, presenting design, feedback sessions, it will really help you out in the long run. Next thing is to always use existing components whenever you can. And this will do a lot of things. It'll keep the design consistent. It'll be better for POs, product managers, QA, everyone will love you for it. That's considering you were working in a company that has a pretty mature design system, and you can just have a lot of things to use components. There's no reason not to use design system components. It'll speed up your work. It'll make productivity it'll be faster. It'll save the company money rather than creating a new component each time. And yeah, the more consistent. A lot of the day-to-day is outside of Figma and Sketch or whatever design tool you use. Unless you're in the design system team, then you are creating these components from scratch. But a lot of the times you just kind of reuse existing ones and make the best design decision as possible. So yeah, just reuse existing design components as much as possible. So the last one is just learning when to go with the flow. Not everything is critical, not everything is super duper important. A lot of things, it's okay. Rather than fight because someone disagrees with your design decision, or the feedback is just not exactly what you want it to be and you have a different vision for the design. If it's something super important you feel very, very strongly about, which is pretty rare, like a really key experience decision or something that really affects the user experience. Just learn when to push back and learn when to go with the flow and adapt. Going with the flow Maybe that's not the right word to use or not the right phrase to use, but learn when to be adaptive in a team setting. Because a lot of the times, and from my personal experience, it's not super mission critical. There's a lot of decisions that go on as a product designer. Not all of them are super important. Some of them you can just go with the flow or adapt to your team. This will save you so much time, honestly. So much time, headache, stress, because everything can be important, right? It will make your life pretty stressful. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just thought of this. I was like, okay, these usually come up in my day-to-day work, and I wanted to share with anyone else that's trying to just become a better product designer, more mature product designer, because a lot of the times it's not really about fixing push-ups like I mentioned. It's more about the soft skills, and I think these soft skills will give anyone a good head start on their product design journey. So if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. I'm trying to get the quality a little bit better. I'd love to hear your feedback. So leave a comment in the description. I'm curious to see what you guys can add on as a product designer or anyone UX design working in this industry. What has helped you on your journey and career? Again, appreciate the watch, guys. Until the next video, peace out.